Lawyers for Liberty is suing Singapore's Home Affairs Minister k.shanmugam over his order to LFL to admit falsehood in a statement it made regarding the method of execution for the death penalty. The Human Rights Lawyers Organisation filed the originating summons at the High Court Registry, Messrs. Daim and Gamani, on Friday.
The reason we have brought this suit is that for us this is an attempt by Singapore to encroach upon or to stifle or to crack down on freedom of speech in our country, in Malaysia. It is an attempt to reach out their tentacles and impose their own oppressive fake news act on Malaysians issuing statements in Malaysia. And remember, our own fake news act, the new government has already repealed it, but they're now trying to impose their fake news act on us. So that's
on January 16th, Surendran, in his capacity as advisor to LFL, issued a statement regarding the methods used for executions in Changi Prison, which he claimed were unlawful and brutal. On January 22nd, a correction direction pursuant to Section 11 of the Singapore Protection from Online Falsehood and Manipulation Act 2019 was served on LFL through email.
This case raises some very interesting, novel questions. The question is, generally speaking, sovereign states and their ministers have immunity from being sued in the courts of another country. But in this case, what they are seeking to do has very serious consequences for our clients, because they have threatened that if the direction given by the Minister for Home Affairs, Singapore, if the correction is not done, then they are liable to be charged in the Singapore courts and be exposed to a very hefty fine as well as a 5-year imprisonment term. And they have the ability to enforce under our reciprocal arrangements between the Singapore and Malaysian government. They can issue warrants and so on and so forth. So our clients are at very serious risk. Now, they have sovereign rights, but when it affects the fundamental human rights of citizens of this country, then the court has to consider whether there is an overriding public policy that will override their claim to sovereignty.